Today, we're talking about the most important weight loss tool that you have. Very early on in this process, I had a trainer tell me that weight loss happens in the kitchen and gym is where you build strength and ability. I have found that to be very true over the last 7 years. You cannot out-work out a poor diet. We need good, nutritious, tasty food to continue on. And I'm not talking about the Pinterest perfect kind, but the kind that fuels your goals when life is messy, your schedules are stacked, and you're choosing between sleep and sanity. These are the hacks that keep me working, lifting, learning, parenting, and podcasting without burning out. So for today's episode, Mel's Diner is officially in session. We're talking about fueling the chaos. Welcome to episode 14 of Making Mel, Health in the Hustle. This podcast is a place where motherhood meets muscle, ambition meets exhaustion, and figuring out how to prioritize my health journey into the insanely beautiful, chaotic, busy life that I have is what I talk about. Some days it'll look messy and other days flawless. But no matter what kind of day I'm having, I can assure you, I will always tell the truth and do my best to give you some good ideas and insight that help you prioritize your own journey. So, here comes the hustle reality. Meal prep sounds great until you're staring at a sink full of dishes after a long day at work at 5 p.m. and you know you have a hard study session until 9 p.m. Someone you know might start to wonder if protein powder counts as dinner. During the last few months, I have had moments like this more times than I can count. It resulted in a bunch of different things, and I've learned a lot. I like good tasting, nutritious foods, and I love to cook. I also love to present beautiful plates when I serve dinner. But my schedule with all the things does not always cooperate, and all the planning in the world cannot overcome the teenager who misses the bus to school in the morning and then having to drive her to school, which means I miss the tiny window that I had available to prep for tonight's dinner. Prepping on Sundays is one of my best options, and not everything needs to be prepped. I like fresh food every single day. But decisions have to be made easier for me, especially on the days when things don't go as planned. I need Plan B, and prep provides that. The 1 or 2 hours that I spend prepping on Sunday saves me time and decision-making during the week, and that keeps me on track. You could get pre-chopped vegetables or fruit, or I like frozen vegetables. They are easy. They go in the microwave, right in the bag. They're done in 5 minutes. And I have been known on more than one occasion to eat a bag of vegetables for dinner with a little bit of sauce or marinade, and then just have a protein shake alongside it. It may not be ideal, and it's not my regular, but on the nights when I get stuck, it keeps me fueled. I like containers that stack and grab easy, or in the words of my teenager, are aesthetic. It looks good, and as humans, when it looks good, we want more. I love the cool containers that are like the glass with the snap-on plastic lids. I got them on sale at Amazon, and I use them incessantly. They were one of my best buys. They have divided ones, they have different sizes, and they are perfect for meal planning options and no leaks if you get tired of the meal planning plastic ones that lids never seem to close properly. When I meal plan, I put together some grab-and-go snacks like boiled eggs or Greek yogurt with some fruit on them, or protein muffins, or berries in a jar. I've made my own charcuterie snack packs that are part of what I saw my friend Christy from Weight Watchers doing. Lunchables are not just for kids. They're a great snack, and you can do it your way, because when things fall apart, and they will, a backup plan is essential to continuing your progress. Another hack that I have for planning is grocery pickup. It saves me a lot of time. I intentionally plan my meals for the following week every Friday evening. I put my order in so I can pick it up Sunday because inevitably on Saturday afternoon about 3 o'clock, I'm going to realize that something is missing and I need it, so I can still add it to the list at that point. For me, pickup grocery has been one of the best inventions ever. I have been consistently using that for about 5 years. First of all, I hate the grocery store. I love to play with groceries. I love to cut them up. I love to put them away, but I hate the grocery store. And I end up leaving with things that I did not intend to buy when I go there because they look good or they're flashy. Now, y'all know that my stomach's name is Regina George. I don't tempt Regina. She puts my eyes on alert when I'm in the grocery store, so I don't tempt her unnecessarily. The other great part about pickup is I don't spend extra money, and I have a teenager that requires plenty of my money, so I don't need impulse spends at the grocery store. I end up with everything that I need, nothing that's tempting, nothing I don't need, and my money stays on track. Functional fueling is necessary. Food that fits your life and not fights it. When you're busy and you're working on health, you have to know how to navigate your plan. Occasionally on Sundays, I will batch cook. I don't like to do a lot of batch cooking because I do like fresh foods, and ground chicken or beef or turkey takes literally 5 or 6 minutes to brown. But I do often cook a baked chicken on most Sundays, and I put it in the fridge to use it. And we're going to come back to that later because I'm going to tell you why I do that. We have to learn to pivot. Your plan will get wrecked, and I have had to work late or got held up with my daughter's schedule more times than I can count. And because my study time in the evening is necessary, I don't have a lot of time to play with. So pivoting is essential in my life if I want to continue on this health journey. Just like every other area of life, busy does not have to mean DoorDash if you have some staples. So I keep staples in the house. Anytime you come to my house, I'm going to have beans, I'll have chicken, frozen vegetables, oats, rice, and fruit, both frozen and fresh. And I always have some protein powder. I like the organic stuff. I like Orgain is one of my favorites. But whatever protein powder may be on sale may be the one I have. And those staples have saved my behind, literally, on more than one night. I highly recommend building a Plan B shelf in your pantry that has tuna packs or chicken packs. And you know those 90-second rice packs that Uncle Ben's makes? It takes literally 90 seconds in the microwave. Protein bars can be part of that. Protein packs of oatmeal, yes, for dinner. For all the dinner snobs like me, oatmeal is not my first choice for dinner. But if I run into a jam and I need nutrition for my lifestyle and my goals, I need high protein, comparable carbs, and some fat. And my macro goals right now are 180 to 220 grams for protein daily, 160 to 200 for carbs, and 80 grams for fat. I tend to lower the carbs on the days when I don't work out because it works better for my body. But if protein oatmeal is the only thing that I can put together for dinner, that fits the bill. Oatmeal it is. Remember, food is just fuel. There are no rules for fuel in your body. You can have anything. If you have some ingredients at home and you don't know what to make, go into the Weight Watchers app if you belong to Weight Watchers. And if not, get on ChatGPT or Copilot. Tell it your ingredients and ask for a point-friendly or high-protein meal and see what happens. Experimentation is the father of brilliance. Packing your lunch. This is something that's really important. Your lunch box or your lunch plans can be your lifeline. Packing meals the night before while you're winding down, or one of my Weight Watchers friends offered this brilliant hack, pack your lunch for tomorrow while you're making dinner. It's easy. You're already there in the kitchen. It works well, and you can take that extra dinner portion and put it right into a container in your fridge for lunch the next day. If you don't know what to make, I keep a few lunch favorites on hand. Remember that baked chicken that I cook most Sundays? Here's where that Mills Diner hack works to my advantage. I know a lot of people that get rotisserie chicken, and that's another option if you don't want to bake a chicken. I like to make my own because I season it with lemon pepper, which is really versatile. There's no extra salt, and it can be mixed with any kind of sauce or eaten plain when it's done. The other items that I keep in my house on the regular are for chicken wraps. I like spinach spring mix, cherry tomatoes, hummus, hot sauce. There's a jerk chicken marinade made by Lawry's that's fabulous. I have blue cheese dressing, bell peppers, onions, and all the low-carb wraps. I like them all. I like the plain ones, I like the spinach ones, and I like the tomato basil. Because I like chicken wraps for the win. They are quick. One of my favorites is a jerk chicken wrap. I like it with the spinach wrap, and I put on the spring mix, some fresh pineapple, and jerk marinade, just like a tablespoon or two, on top of the chicken. And that's it. It's done. If you like buffalo chicken, I use the baked chicken with buffalo sauce or hot sauce, and a tablespoon of blue cheese dressing, some tomatoes, some spring mix, and I like that one on the tomato basil wrap. If you like regular wraps, I put some hummus on there and the baked chicken with sauteed peppers, red bell peppers, and yellow bell peppers, and onions. Wraps are great. They're a wonderful option for lunch or for dinner. You can make two and then wrap one up and put it in the fridge for dinner tomorrow or for lunch tomorrow. One of my favorite Mills Diner dinner options that makes lunch even better the next day are bowls. Whomever came up with this concept was brilliant. You can cook proteins or whole grain carbs with vegetables and mix in anything that you like. Any kind of vegetable, any kind of protein. I've made hamburger bowls. I've made blackened salmon bowls. I have a bacon cheeseburger chickpea pasta bowl that is fabulous, and it's actually made with ground turkey. And then one of my favorites that's newer, I get that frozen cheese tortellini, and I make that with some ground beef seasoned with Montreal steak seasoning, spinach, tomatoes, and mushrooms. Are you kidding me? It's perfect. They can be quickly packaged and put into a container for lunch instead of leftovers the next day. They're grab and go, and they taste even better the day after. Some additional hacks from my own routine while I'm out there trying to crush it in the chaos is overnight oats. There's a key lime one that I made up sometime over the last few months, and it's got oats, about a half cup of oats in it, a tablespoon of chia seeds, a half cup of vanilla Greek yogurt, and lime juice. And it literally tastes just like key lime pie. All you do is give it a stir and throw it in the fridge. And if it seems too thick, you can always put a splash of whatever kind of milk you use. I use usually almond milk or coconut milk. Sweet potatoes are another thing that I cook a lot. I love them. They're great for breakfast. Yes, breakfast. You're going to think I'm crazy, but this is one of the best recipes I've ever gotten, and I got it from Coach Val. It's a sweet potato. You top it with some cinnamon after you cook it, and then you put cottage cheese. She adds pineapple to hers, and then you have like a crushed walnut or two on top with a drizzle of honey. It is one of my favorite breakfasts, and it's super nutritious. It's super low points, and it's good for you. Coach Val also takes sweet potatoes, and she cuts them down like they're almost like bread, and then she toasts them in the toaster oven and tops them with peanut butter. Yum! Sweet potatoes are perfect cut up in a salad with salmon or chicken, or one of my newest finds is I make a ground chicken sloppy joes with the no sodium manwich mix, and I just sprinkle on some green onions and a little bit of cheese on the top, and it is fabulous. Taco salad is another one of my go-tos. If you get on my Facebook page, you're going to see a million taco salads on there. I not only like some kind of lean ground beef or chicken, but I add beans every single time. I like black beans, pinto beans, cannelli beans. It doesn't matter. All of them. They're great. Taco salad is an easy fix. 5 or 6 minutes of grounding, taking that ground meat and browning it up, and it's ready to go. You can add anything you like. Another thing that I keep on hand are crock pot meals. They have saved my life during this time when I have classes. Food can often come right out of the freezer and go into the slow cooker for 8 hours. Santa Fe chicken is one of my favorites. You take 4 chicken breasts, 1 can of beans, black beans, 1 can of white corn, and a jar of whatever salsa you like. I like the pineapple salsa that they sell at Aldi's. You put it in the slow cooker and forget about it. It gets done at dinner time and it's perfect. Sheet pan meals are another thing that I make a lot of. I like fajitas on a sheet pan. I just take the chicken breast tenderloins and cut up some onion and pepper and fajita seasoning and let it cook. Then I add some low-carb tortillas, maybe a little splash of like plain Greek yogurt and some avocado or guacamole and a sprinkle of cheese, and you have some kick-butt fajitas with minimal time involved. The Weight Watchers website has tons of great recipes. And one of my favorites is there's an autumn pork loin, or you can use chicken. It has pears, red onion, and butternut squash in it. And several of the Weight Watcher coaches participate in a Cook With Me segment. They usually have it advertised about a couple of weeks out. You should check those out if you're a Weight Watchers member. Coach Lauren, Coach Emily, Coach Michael, and Coach Gigi have all been part of the Cook With Me segments recently. They post that information so you can have all the ingredients ready ahead of time if you want to cook with them, or you can just watch and maybe make some notes and decide if it's a recipe you want to try. Healthy doesn't have to be hard, and it can be fun. My favorite nighttime snack over the last few months, I have it about maybe an hour before bed, has become a plain Greek yogurt or vanilla Greek yogurt, just a cup mixed with a scoop of protein powder. I know it sounds crazy, but when you whip it up, it turns out like mousse. And I'll throw 5 or 6 Lily's sugar-free chocolate chips in it. It holds me until morning. You can use any kind of protein powder or any flavor that you like. And I really like the Too Good brand of Greek yogurt because it's fat-free and low sugar, which is unusual when you have both of those things in sync. If I'm feeling indulgent, I will even go, the Better Goods brand has a pineapple upside down cake Greek yogurt, and I mix that with vanilla protein powder and some fresh pineapple. Hello. Talk about changing your life snacks. We need this good stuff in our lives. Quick, easy, nutritious. All the ideas I talked about are high protein because as a lifter, it's what I need. There are low points for Weight Watchers as well. For those of you who are following the points program. Healthy food, in my opinion, should be colorful, tasty, and it can be very easy and not time consuming. If I can fit it into my life with all the things I have going on, I know that you can. And remember, colorful often means lots of good nutrients. So one of my mantras, probably some of you know this already, is eat the rainbow and skip the Skittles. There's a reason for that. Food doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to work in your life. And if you're fueling your goals in the middle of chaos, you're already winning. So, later today, I'm going to post all these ideas on my Facebook page, Make and Mel, and I'll try to also post them on my Instagram page. Since we talked about fueling in the chaos today, next time, it seems fitting that we talk about building in the chaos. That's right, everyone. We're going to be talking about fitting movement into that busy schedule. So you know there will probably be some heavy metal talk involved in that one. Until then, onward and upward, my friends.